Hi, this is Caroline, always reminding you that you are created beautifully. I have another makeup tutorial that I did on my good friend Natalie. For years, I have prayed for good women to come alongside me and journey with me on this thing we called life. Natalie is creative, she's funny, she's genuine, she always makes time for other people. And she's a great cook, so you know I show up at mealtime. If you are looking for a summer natural look with a pop of color, please continue watching. First, I'm going to take Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in Tan Sand. This has a golden tone to it and it is darker than her skin complexion. However, I'm going to use this as her base for her shadows. Next, I'm taking a translucent powder to set that concealer into place. We are using the Jaclyn Hill palette again for this look. And our first color will be Creamsicle. I'm using a large, fluffy blending brush, and I'm placing that in the crease area, and I'm also using this as my transition color. Next, with a tapered blending brush, I'm taking the color Pukey, which is a brown color, and I'm placing that on the outer corner and I'm dragging that into the center. Next, with a medium blending brush, I'm placing Jax in the inner and the outer corners, and then I'm going to drag that across the crease area, purposefully leaving out the lid space. We are going for the halo look. Here, I'm just placing the color before blending it out. Next, with a flat shader brush, I'm taking the color Jada. Now, in the palette, this color is gorgeous. It's a beautiful green, perfect color for the summer. But as you can see here, I'm struggling to get a good color payoff. And so you'll notice that I'll be going back and forth between Jada and Jax, placing the color and then blending it out. This took some time just because I was trying to intensify that lid area. Each time placing the color, I do want to go back in and blend the color so that they seamlessly go together. And again, the color I'm using is Jax to deepen this crease area. Now here I'm taking a large fluffy blending brush just to blend all of that out. And on this attempt, I did spray some MAC Fix Plus to dampen the brush, hoping for a better color payoff. And that didn't really work. So I went ahead and used my finger, and honestly, this was the way to use this shadow. As you can see, the color is much more vibrant. I'm blending this out again with a medium blending brush. Now for her brow bone area, I am taking the color Silk Cream. Now using a wet wipe, I'm just going to clean any fallout and also sharpen that area. Next, I'm taking Laura Mercier's translucent powder and I'm setting her entire T-zone area. I do want to mention, before I added the translucent powder, I did prime her face with e.l.f.'s Blemish Control Face Primer. Now this green color was supposed to counteract and color correct the redness in her skin. And it really works. So I'm using Maybelline's Fit Me foundation. This foundation, I would say, is like the lighter end of medium, and you can build this up, which is why I used so much of the foundation. She is wearing this for an evening out with her husband, and so I want to make sure that she is fully covered. It also has a very watery consistency, so you do need to apply a lot more than a thicker foundation. And I am using a damp beauty blender to apply her foundation. Next, I'm taking the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser in Light. And I'm going to use this to highlight her face. So I will be using it underneath her eyes, her forehead, the bridge of her nose, her cupid's bow, and also her chin area. And then because her foundation really started to wash out her face, of course we like the porcelain color, but I wanted to add in a sun-kissed look to her. So I did go ahead and contour with the Fenty Espresso, which is a lot darker than her skin tone, but I feel like she really needed this to give her that sun-kissed look. And again, I am blending all of this out with a damp beauty blender. And you want to just make sure to take your time to blend everything out seamlessly, especially when you're doing different colors. And instead of using the translucent powder, I decided to use the Sasha Buttercup setting powder because, again, I was trying to add more color back into her face. I think this look turned out flawlessly. But for the rest of her face, I did go ahead and lightly set it with the translucent powder because I wanted everything to stay in place. She was going to an outdoor event. When setting your face, make sure to pay attention to the areas that get the most oiliest, which is around your nose and around your mouth area. Now we are going to smoke out her bottom lash line, and I'm taking Roxanne here with a medium blending brush. Just want to make sure to get as close as possible to that bottom lash line. Now with a smaller blending brush, I'm going to take the Color Jacks and I'm going to place that right on top of the Roxanne. Going back in with that medium blending brush and making sure to blend that out seamlessly. And because this still is an evening event, I do want to give her some black gel liner in her waterline just to intensify her bottom lash line. Then using black liquid liner, I'm going to line the top of her lids. And then off camera, I will give her some falsies and some mascara. And we decided to go with a mauve natural lip color. I'm so happy with how this turned out. So if you are looking for a nice natural summer look, I hope you tried this out. Don't forget to subscribe and click that like button and turn on your notifications. As always, God bless you and thank you for watching.